Where one of the great stories of this week is Nathan Jones. He's going to join us on the other side of the break, and it wouldn't be the grand final edition of the show without Ryan Fitzgerald. He's going to join us as well. Tavern in Perth will be absolutely rocking over the weekend. What a place that would be to be. Our next guest, Melbourne wouldn't have built what they've built. They wouldn't be where they are right now, looking forward to the grand final without our next guest. He would love to be there, that is obvious, but he's here with us, and that's a win for everybody at the front bar. Please make him welcome the one and only Nathan Jones. Everybody. Mate, thanks for coming on.
Thank you for coming in. I can't imagine what your life is like right now. Some amazing ups, some pretty big downs. Let's start with the ups. Congratulations, twins this week.
Thank you.
And there they are. Look at that. Gorgeous. How's it going? You'd be happy just to be out of the house right now.
Absolutely.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's certainly not the off-season I'm used to or the end of career. I haven't even had a beer yet, so I might have a sip tonight. But, yeah, it's been full on, that's for sure. You know, 4 kids now, and obviously I haven't had much sleep over the last week. My wife's definitely put me to work, and she hasn't got too much sympathy about, you know, retirement and those kind of things. So, yeah, definitely it's long nights, and but no, good times. I'm looking forward to the family time ahead.
Beautiful little kids.
They are the beautiful kids. We've got the latest, actually, baby shots here. And look at Nathan Jones sleeve tattoos. Isn't that fantastic?
Twins, Nathan, you've got twins.
Twins, boy, girl, yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but Mick, you've got twins, haven't you?
Well, I do. They were triplets, but I lost one. No, I do. I have twins. Yes.
Any advice for a new parent of twins?
Yep. It's important to have a favourite. Hi, Fred. At Christmas, only buy them one present and let them fight over it. It prepares you for the battle of life, and when you leave them in the car, you need to leave 2 windows slightly down. As they get older, of course.
It's all ahead of me.
Take that with a grain of salt. Mick sees his kids every second weekend in a car park at McDonald's, so... change over. So, I wanted to... they are beautiful little kids.
They are beautiful kids. Congratulations.
Gorgeous.
And many would be wondering, of course, you've grown up to be a very handsome man, but here, this is a picture of Nathan as a baby himself. Have a look at that. That is actually you there. Just
huge melon.
Yeah, we were going to say, what did we say earlier when we saw that for the first time?
Oh, destined to play for Melbourne with the little shirt on.
Little polo shirt.
Getting ready for your MCC baby membership. Just.
I'm looking at that noggin, and that's a forceps job. Can I have a look at that again?
Mickey, I think the forces have slipped down on the neck and blown up his head. Anyway.
I'd like to see you starring in Benjamin Button and get back to that stage, because that would be fun for me.
Anyway.
Enough of all that, and good luck with the forum. When it all started for you, we're at the end now, but let's go right back to the start. Could you possibly have imagined there'd be 300 games plus at the level, at the one club for you?
No, not really. Yeah, it's funny. I've always been passionate about our footy club, and you know, we went through some pretty dark and tough times there. But you know, I'm just grateful to have been able to stay fit enough and healthy enough to contribute and play the game I love over so many years. So, you know, it definitely wasn't the career I would have scripted as far as, you know, wins and losses and individual and team accolades and stuff. But without all those experiences, it wouldn't have shaped me into the person I am today. So I'm grateful for that, and you know, as much as I would have loved to have been a part of a grand final, which sort of drove me through those difficult years, the other side of all of that was to obviously leave the club in a position, or far better position than when I first got there. And you know, my first 12 months was amazing. We played finals, and I was thinking, this is unreal. Yeah. And then from there, you know, we had 10, 12 years of pretty tough times. So you know, it's just great to see the club finally back in the position that we all have dreamt of it being in, and what an opportunity for the group ahead this Saturday.
Yeah. Mate, you finished on 302 games, and after your 300th game in round 6 versus your boys, Mick, Richmond. It was a wonderful time for reflection, and we loved your beautiful and honest description of your time at the Melbourne Football Club.
It's a huge moment for me and my family. I'm real proud of that, but more so just the fans that have stuck with us for so long. And, man, it's been a shit journey at times.
That should be the title of your autobiography.
How much did you take on leading through those tough times? You know, how important you became to the group and having some blokes who could actually keep the group up?
Yeah, I think I definitely felt a sense of responsibility. There's no doubt about that, particularly, you know, when I went through, you know, leadership group into vice-captain, into captain, co-captain, particularly through that period.
Yep.
You know, I felt a sense of responsibility and, you know, it was to sort of try and galvanise the guys around me and bring the group along and, you know, push the direction the club was trying to go in at the time and sort of lead that. And if it wasn't for me to do that, I could have easily gone and done something else, gone to another club or seeked a different opportunity. But then, you know, if it wasn't us at the time that were going to be there and, you know, take the club in a new direction, who was it going to be, and how was the club ever going to get back to where it should be? Yeah. That's sort of the mentality I took with it, and over time we just eventually got it right, and probably started around the Roosie, Peter Jackson era. And there was a whole host of people that came in around that, and slowly we rebuilt the foundations into, you know, what we see today. It's been probably 6 or 7 years of hard work, but hopefully now we get the benefits over a long period of time.
Well, hopefully it is some consolation for you that all of that has led to where the team is on Saturday. Hopefully that is the case. You mentioned your first year and you played in that final, and I guess as a young bloke you would have thought, oh, here we go, I've arrived at this joint at a perfect time. This is that elimination final where you knock over the Saints and who knows what's going to come next. What happened in the next decade? Well, it took another 12 years before you played finals again. What actually happened?
Yeah, it's hard to put a finger on it, to be honest. At this point in time, like, I'm only 18 years of age, they're thinking this is the greatest thing ever, you know? Like, I played a lot of junior footy down Mount Eliza. We played in finals every year leading up. I played in a grand final in my TAC Cup year, you know, as a curtain raiser for a West Coast Sydney game. I was thinking, this is unreal. First year, finals, AFL. And then, I think, you know, there were some decisions made and the direction we went, we sort of just lost our way both on and off the field. And I think, you know, you lose confidence, you lose belief, and, you know, we don't have the right people in the right positions, and essentially the culture begins to be eroded, and it's just taken such a long time to build that back. And as I said before, you know, finally we get the right people in the right place and you build the foundation strongly from the beginning, and you, year after year, build on that. And in no way has that been, you know, a straight ride to the top. But progressively every year we've got better, whether that be in results on field or, you know, how we function and how we culturally grow as a footy club. And now we're starting to hopefully reap the rewards.
Well, you are, and I think most people would agree. I've never seen a more powerful display than what Melbourne showed in that prelim final. And the scenes afterwards were magnificent, where the players came to you, and I remember the captain saying that was his favourite part of the whole day, which tells a little bit about the club and what's going on behind the scenes and how much they care for each other.
I've got to say, by the way, that since you've announced your retirement, you have really let yourself go, mate. Can
I ask you, was there a moment? It's a huge decision to make, and I know it's offset by the fact that, you know, you had impending childbirth, but was there a moment when you went, you know what, I'm done, wait a check, please, that you can remember making the decision in your mind?
Yeah, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't preparing for it before I went. Like, I knew what was coming, particularly if we won.
Yes.
I was at some point I was going to reach a crossroad and have to make a decision, whether that was if I was back in the team or an opportunity was there. Do I take it or do I come home? And that was all with the blessing of my wife. And yeah, got to that point, prelim, we smacked the Cats, no injuries. I'd been emergency 2 or 3 weeks in a row. Yes. Probably the next guy in, but it's just the way it goes, you know. Like, footy's, you know, it's a ruthless game, and, you know, there's hard luck stories everywhere, and it's right place, right time to get the opportunity. And unfortunately, as part of my journey, it didn't unfold that way. But thankfully, there's almost like this silver lining for me, which, I couldn't have scripted it, but you get home and see the birth of my kids, which I wouldn't trade that for anything really in the end. So
it's not as good as the Premiership. Let's be honest. It's not.
Mickey, I would have missed the birth of my kid just to stay and watch the game. That's where we did. Hey, Nathan, you talk about the cruelty of sport. Can I ask you this? You spoke beautifully about such a tough situation, but where's it going to rank? You're obviously not playing this week.
Yep.
And you also missed out in 2018 on Melbourne's first ever AFLX Grand Final. Mate, jeez, that must have been a bit of swing. Because I know you played all the pre-season games, and to miss the grand final of the AFLX, that must have been tough. Where's it rank?
Well, I missed that. I was getting rested through the pre-season, and look, we probably celebrated that too hard, hence why we couldn't get it done that year. But we fell off the perch for a little bit, but now we're back, and hopefully we don't celebrate too hard and we can get the job done this weekend.
Don't go anywhere.
I'm expecting an emotional speech from the D's camp from someone, maybe better than Danny Hughes after the nighttime grand final.
I'd like to say bad luck to Essendon. There's only one winner on the night, and it's us. Thanks very much.
There it is.
Can we expect a bit more from Maxi?
I would have thought so.
Yeah,
You'll definitely have something funny.
Hey, mate, we want to thank you for coming in. Before you go, I'm the #1 ticket holder at the Mount Eliza Football Club, which you used to play for, and my phone's been ringing hot. They said, you've got him in there. Can you ask if he has any intention of coming back to play for the Mounties, Redlegs, right now? Is that on the horizon? Is there anything I can do to help get that across the line?
I will apologise. Firstly, I've avoided a couple of texts as well about that. But
hi, Paul Hopgood.
And Dave Tracy as well.
And Dave Tracy, yes.
But yeah, I don't know. I haven't even really thought about it, to be honest. But I've had great memories when I was a kid down there. Obviously.
Premiership? Did you get a premiership?
Yeah, a few premierships, Lightning premierships.
Best and fairest? Did you get a best and fairest?
Couple of best and fairest.
What age were you?
Maybe 14s, 15s, something like that.
This is under 15s.
God.
Yeah. So anyway, I just happened to have that there.
You're the #1 ticket holder at Mount Eliza.
Yes, I am.
How'd they go this year?
Well, we would have won it if the whole thing hadn't been cancelled. We were in prime posse. It should have been like they cut it dead. We just should have got the chockies.
How many games did you get to before?
None.
Jonesy,
not my 5K zone.
Thanks for being so generous with your time this week. For everybody who's asked for it, you've been amazing. It's a tough week for you. Congratulations on the career and good luck on Saturday night.
Thanks, guys.
Nathan Jones, our very special guest.